This is Sunshine Radio, around the world on your PC, tablet or mobile at sunshineradio.com and across Paphos on 90.8 FM. I'm very pleased to welcome Bob Townsen from Phoenix Ambulance Service to the studio. Hello.
Hello.
I know you're a very busy man, so thanks for coming in. But we want to talk to you about a very serious issue that we think our listeners should be aware of, and also to give you a chance to explain more about the service you offer at Phoenix Ambulance Service. So the current situation with the State Ambulance Service here in Cyprus, it seems that despite their best efforts, the reality is that if someone finds themselves in a serious accident or suffers a serious medical emergency, there are lots of potential problems with state ambulances, including the fact that there are no paramedics available on the ambulances to offer immediate and, I guess in many cases, essential life-saving treatment.
Absolutely, yes. Cyprus is one of very few countries now that hasn't got a paramedic service available to the public or anybody else. And as you say, people coming from, especially from the UK, Germany, South Africa, all those countries are very used to a paramedic service and used to various standards of care being given to them. Obviously, there's always local variations, different drugs and different ways of doing things, but people do expect a set standard of things to be done for them and to them.
Could you explain, please, what are some of the problems when people are actually calling the state ambulance services?
The main thing is, first of all, they always answer the phones in Greek, naturally, because they're in Cyprus. People quite often don't know where they are or can't pronounce the street names that they're actually in, so there's another language barrier as well. Sometimes it can take an hour for the ambulance to arrive, and because they haven't got very good maps either, and they haven't got what we've got where we know where people are, they tend to get somebody they say to the patients, you need to send somebody to meet us at the police station, at the Echo Garage or wherever. Well, that's fine if someone can do that, but they can't always do that. They might have had a drink, they might not be able to drive, and they've got to leave their wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, maybe lying on the floor in agony while they go and wait for the ambulance. And that could be 45, 50 minutes. You shouldn't have to leave somebody to go and wait for an ambulance. Not nowadays. Yeah.
So how do you know where the people live?
What we do, when people sign up with us, we go and visit them in their own house. Now, that's A, so we can find directions to their property. B, we can find out what drugs they're on, whether they're allergic to anything, all this information which we can then pass on to the hospital if and when we take them into hospital. There are cases where time does make a difference, and we don't want to spend half an hour wandering around up and down lanes looking for a villa or a house. And
how does it work? How do people, I mean, obviously they have to be signed up to a scheme, do they? How does it work?
We operate like a subscription service, like an insurance policy, if you like, where people pay us X amount of money for the year, and then if they call us, they don't have to worry about money and charging and all the rest of it, because in the case of accident or illness, there's a lot going on, a lot of emotional things going on with the family, and they don't have to worry about paying bills and all that sort of thing as well.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because actually in the studio we're joined by one of your patients, for one of the best.
Absolutely, yes.
Maggie.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Absolutely very well.
And that's all down to these guys, isn't it?
It is.
How did you end up using them?
Well, you always think that it's never going to happen, an emergency. You always think somebody else it'll happen to. Luckily for us, we signed up to Phoenix. And I became extremely ill one night.
So what happened? One night you just woke up and you...
Middle of the night I woke up and I was choking. But not only choking, my eyes had gone, but every airway had closed over. Okay. So I was in quite a bad way.
Yeah, and what happened? Did your partner, husband, you...
He did. He rang Phoenix. Now, the beauty of Phoenix for me is straight away, they came straight to our house within 15 minutes. That is so amazing. Because let's be honest, we live in an area code, not a postcode. Yet they were at my front door within 15 minutes and my husband didn't have to leave me to go and find them.
Well, that's fantastic. And what did they do? They came in and gave you the care and then took you?
Two paramedics came in and gave me, completely calmed me down. They gave me the care I needed and injections I needed there and then to try and get the condition under control. Other ambulances in Cyprus don't give you that care. I needed immediate care on the spot, and that was the care and treatment I was given.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you're here.
Smiling.
And I was going to say to you, Bob, how many staff members do you have? How many qualified paramedics?
We've got 10 staff members now. Some are paramedics, some are what I call EMTs, which is emergency medical technicians, which is just like a stage down from a paramedic.
Okay.
But they're still able to give certain drugs, and there's always somebody on call to help them if necessary, if we need some backup.
Most of the patients that you're taking care of, are they, would you say, retirees living here, or all different sorts of people?
All different. I suppose the majority are probably over 50, 60, retirement, yes. But we do get some kids as well and younger families, so it's quite a mixture, really. Talking about that, haven't you got a special incentive at the moment for people who are in the younger Yes, we're going to start a new membership, which is basically if everybody in the household is under 50 years of age, we're going to offer like half-price membership, which is €240 a year.
A lot of people who are younger never think something's going to happen to them, don't they? And they're kind of maybe not subscribing.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's why we're introducing this really to make people just think about, if something might happen to them, and especially if you've got children. Children do have accidents. They climb trees, they fall in pools, they run around pools after being told not to, run through glass doors, etc., etc.
Is it like sort of, I hate to say this, is it like when your car goes wrong? I mean, is that entitle you to a certain amount of call-outs?
No, it's unlimited. Hopefully, it's not that often.
Yeah, hopefully
not. But it's, and sometimes never, of course. You know, people might go over here whole year and not use us at all.
And how many ambulances do you have?
We've got 4 at the moment, and a response car as well.
And obviously those ambulances, are they equipped to the same standards as everywhere else in the EU, Britain? And
yes, they're equipped exactly the same as the UK ones. They carry the same drugs, same fluids, same equipment. Yeah. Exactly the same.
And does the service also, imagine if somebody fell ill when they were out shopping or something like that, you also cover, it's not just for the home?
No, it's wherever they are. Of course, we do need to know where people are if they ring up. A lady did ring us up. She said, I've had an accident in my car, can you come? I said, yes, that's fine. And she put the phone down.
Oh, no.
I had to ring her back and say, well, we'd love to come, but where are you?
Yeah.
And she said, but you know where I live? I said, but you're not at home. She said, oh, no, I'm in Corvée.
But
so
that,
she forgot.
Because people, when they're stressed, I mean, okay, we're making light of it, but actually when you're stressed, it's very hard to even think straight, isn't it? And obviously, Maggie, I guess you would recommend this service.
Absolutely.
And without these guys, as you said, it is a very real chance that you might not be here.
Absolutely. No, they saved my life.
And so you obviously still signed up to them?
Absolutely.
And recommending them to your friends, I presume?
No, we couldn't be without them. I know like we're making light there, but actually they did save my life.
And obviously you felt confident and comfortable with them?
Well, even at the hospital changeover, I didn't have to go through my medication, what illnesses I've got, and all the other bits, because they had all that information to hand. The doctors knew who I was. They had all of my illnesses, medications, and they knew what was going wrong. You couldn't ask for more.
Maggie, obviously, because you're covered with your subscription, that anybody who's visiting you, friends, family, they're covered as well.
That to me was one of the major parts of signing up, because you always think you're not going to become ill, but there's always could be the children jumping in the pool, slipping when they're running round the side of the pool, any damages that could happen to the children or family, because yes, they have still got the same problems that we would have if they needed an ambulance. Emergencies don't just target OAPs, older people. They target everybody from being born all the way through life. And I think that's vital to understand that we're all at risk and we need this care.
Bob, Maggie, thank you both so much for coming in to talk to us. So just a reminder, if the oldest member of your family is 49 years old or under, you can now take out a household subscription with Phoenix for just €20 per month. This covers your entire family plus any visitors and guests you may have staying with you. And if you live alone, cover starts from even less at just €10 per month. And if you have family members over 50, household cover is still excellent value for money at €40 per month. It's also worth mentioning as well that subscription packages also offer many other money-saving benefits. So do take a moment to find out more right now. You can go to sunshineradio.com, click on ambulance in the Sunshine Radio directory, or you can call Bob directly on 96 238 380. That's 96 238 380, and subscriptions can also be taken out at Pear Medical Centre. Bob and Maggie, thanks for joining us.